Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion, coming to you on July 10th, 24. Now, July 10th has a very special day to me, just as much as July 5th does, but we'll get to that. So, in ordinary fashion, grab yourself a smoke, grab yourself a drink, or two. Grab onto your butts, your balls, your boobs, whatever the hell you got, because here we go. Now, this podcast, it's almost like a video diary because not many people watch unless I got a guest or CP with me. But this one is gonna be entitled "Best Friend," and memories. So I have put on here a memorial, in memory of. I have spoken about my past friends and family and parents and so what it was, but I have been copyrighted like nobody's business, to where it is so monetized and so blackballed that nobody can see it. I guess you just gotta have the link or something. I don't know, but Facebook, YouTube, they just don't like me. Right there. That's what I tell you. Right fucking there. Not one, but two. Oh, it's a copyright because we can hear some music in the background and you don't own rights to it. Well, do you give anybody shit for the DJ that's at a radio station on a live place when he's going live? No. You fucking assholes. Anyways, so I digress. But today is a very special Memorial Day for me, and I take life and death very personal. Really do. The beginning of life, the creation of life, which only happens in between a man and a woman. Sorry to upset you, libtards, but death as well. Whether it comes from the death of a loved one, a best friend, a fallen comrade in arms, whatever it may be, I take death very seriously because, one, I'm going to miss you, and two, you lucky son of a bitch, you don't have to put up with this crap that we're dealing with day in and day out, known as life. And three, damn it, I wish you were still here because we could still be doing this together. So, all in all, like I've already said, cheers to those fallen. Now, this in particular comes to the date of July 5th and July 10th. Okay? Now, July 5th in 1984, little did I know my best friend was born. July 10th in 2003, he lost his life. Now, if you want a little bit more story on it, you can listen to Richie McDonald, and he's got a song called Hey God. Or if you really, really want to dig deep, the song that was written for him is called From Zero to Heaven by Richie McDonald, also the lead singer of Lone Star, country, Grammy artist, all that back in the 90s. Yeah, okay, so. So, today, well, the 5th would have marked his 40th birthday. The 10th now technically marks his 21st death day. Well, you know, I'm not great at numbers, but so for somebody that helped me in my life, and I don't really need to go into the depths of how important this guy was to me, this man, this person, this brother. Don't need to go into the depths because honestly, this dedication is enough to realize. And other than that, I honestly like to keep a lot of the things that we had together to myself. Those are my jewels. Those are my baubles. Those are the things that nobody can take away from me when it comes to my memories, because those are worth more than life itself. Until I get so old that I can't remember a damn thing, and then I'm like, well, I'm just losing money when it comes to memory. So, but anywho, since 2003, with him being birthday and death day 5 days apart, I have made it a point in my life for almost every year. Of course, in 2003, we were there on the 15th, but on 2004, 2005, 6, all the way through, I have been there for either every 5th through the 10th or every 5th and the 10th of July since 2004. 2003 was, of course, the situation. So, I mean, that could technically be considered ground zero one, but, whatever. But here we are. And as I told him today, we are now 40 years old. I don't have any of my hair. You probably down there don't have any of your hair. Maybe you still do, but guess what? I'm still here. And every year it is just me and my dearest best friend. We talk, we drink, we listen to music, I tell stories, I ask questions, I laugh, I cry, I pray. And not once has, since the original day back in 2003, has anybody else been there when I've been there, which is kind of good for my psyche because I'm a very closet emotional person. Like, those things should be illegal, but the most emotional 2 days of my life every year that I spend, for the most part, are with him. Because that, in my mind, for that time of childhood, that was God's answer to having a friend. Therefore, I feel like I owe it. Which may sound stupid, like, well, he's dead and gone. He's up in the heavens or riding a spaceship or whatever you believe in, or he's a tree now somewhere. But what I believe is it's my time with him, and it's a gift because nobody interrupts me. Whether I take a bottle of whiskey with me, or whether I take a 12 pack or 24 pack or 30 pack or whatever I take, guess what? I have one. Well, he drinks a lot faster than I do, just so you know, but we have a great time. And it is a little bothersome that nobody else has ever been there when I've shown up on the 5th or the 10th. Like, man, I do know that people show up. I do. I do know that somebody comes there to decorate and change things up. I see that clearly every year. But they're just not there when I go. Which kind of is a curse, kind of is a blessing, kind of is a pain. Because I would give nothing more, but probably would be scared as shit if it were to happen, to walk up and see one of his parents or his brothers and being like, oh, fucking thank God it's not just me being here for my best friend. But also in the same aspect, I show up every time and there's nobody there. And that gives me relief that I can sit there and breathe and be free and speak and talk and play music and pray and ask questions and just be me. So that to me is something that I hold dear. And I don't take anybody out there. I've been very, very selfish with that kind of idea. Like, oh, hey, if I dated somebody or whatever, and they're like, really? You're going to spend 5 days with this guy at a graveside? I call BS. Oh, wait, why am I censoring? I call bullshit. And then it got down to just, okay, you're going to go on the 5th and on the 10th, and I'm not invited? No, the fuck you're not. Because I can't be me. And I'm not an emotional person. I can't share that kind of thing. This involves me and him. None of your fucking business. Although, on the other aspect, I'd love for people to meet him. I'd love for people to understand. But even in my most psychotic brain that I harbor and thoughts and the way I do things, nobody actually can. So why involve anybody else? quite frankly, it is a blessing to just have me and him and no interruptions. Although I have been tagged by the water sprinklers plenty of times. But still, just me and him together. And that I am thankful for. So, moving on. Now, the idea of the best friend is something also I do not take lightly at all. Somebody who is my best friend, who is my brother, which that fine line of best friend and brother, man, that's a bald hair of a fine line. Like, friend is one side, best friend is another. Brother and best friend are right there, side and side. And I challenge you to have a relationship and a love with somebody, whether they are still alive, whether you had it then, if you're so lucky to still have it now, God bless, keep that. It is so amazing to have somebody that call you on your bullshit, love you when you're bad, get your back when you're wrong, and even when they're gone, if they're gone, still be right there, and it's just you and them. Nothing more beautiful, nothing more poetic, nothing more awesome. So with that, we'll cut this down to the 18-minute mark and just say, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And there is no better love in this world than a brother, a best friend, whether they're blood or not. Nothing better. Jason, love you. Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion. Till next time, thank you.